Okay, so Nurse Jill here, and today I wanted to share some information about active labor, which is true labor, and false labor, which you might hear as Braxton Hicks contractions. So as you near your due date in your last trimester, your body goes through a lot of different changes. One thing that may happen is you might lose your mucus plug. And I know we talked about the mucus plug before in a different video, but just as a reminder, the mucus plug sits right in here at the opening of the cervix. So as this cervix gets shorter and thinner, as you approach your due date, this will start to get soft, and this is preparing the uterus and the cervix to open with dilation. So when it gets soft, the mucus plug will come out, and you might see it, and that might scare you at first, but don't worry. It looks like a ball of mucus. It might have some blood in it. It might be a dark color. Just know that that's normal, and don't freak out. It's no reason to run to the hospital. You're not in labor if it's not accompanied with true labor pains, unless it all hits at once. If it's just an isolated incident and your mucus plug falls out, it's just a mental note that you're getting close to delivery, but not a reason to run to the hospital, because they will send you back home. Okay, what you need to know before you go to the hospital would be that you're in true labor. So true labor happens when these contractions get regular, steady, stronger, and fall into a good pattern. With Braxton Hicks, you're going to see that they're usually not regular, they're very short, they're not powerful and strong, and they're not close together, and they might come and go. So if you think about the purpose of a contraction being to open the cervix, we want that cervix to get, let me see if I can find a good picture here. Here we go. We want the cervix to get open to 10 centimeters. So if this can give you an idea of how wide the cervix has to open around baby's head. So in perspective, this is the cervix. This is going to open all the way around baby's head to let him or her out. So that's the purpose of these contractions. So they have to be pretty powerful and strong to open this up all around the baby's head. So unless they are strong and regular, they're not going to open, and you might be feeling some Braxton Hicks, and then you go to the hospital and they'll say, no, your cervix is still closed, you're not in actual labor. So how to know you're in actual labor is, they may be irregular at first. They may start off kind of slow and irregular, but with time they will become regular, they become closer together, longer and stronger. If you walk around, it makes them stronger, because think about it, the baby's head is down on the cervix, and when you're standing up, gravity is pushing that baby's head down into the cervix and causing it to open easier. So walking around is always a plus. And how do you know how to time the contraction to know, are they getting closer together? Is you want to time between the first when the contraction starts, and then you'll have the peak of the pain, and then it relaxes. This is the time in between the contraction, and then the next one starts. So you want to time between the beginning of one to the beginning of the next. And this example here shows it's 5 minutes. So this could start off 20 minutes, 18 minutes, 15 minutes. You want to see that time in between get shorter and shorter. So 5 minutes for an hour is what you want to aim for before you go to the hospital. Now, this may change here, the duration. The duration is how long does the pain last during this one contraction. So when it starts and when it finishes could be, say, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 20 seconds, 1 minute. This may change, but the beginning of one to the beginning of the next is very important. And I know a lot of you have apps on your phone that help you to keep up with that. That's wonderful. So just remember, you'll want to start timing from the beginning of one to the beginning of the next, not from when it starts to when it ends. And when you fall into a good pattern, typically 5 to 6 minutes apart for an hour consistently, nice and strong, that's when you know it's safe to go to the hospital, and they will more than likely keep you, and they won't send you home in false labor. Another thing is, there's one exception to this rule, is if your water breaks. If your water breaks, then that means you just go ahead, get your bags, car seat together, and go on to the hospital, because they will want you to deliver in 24 hours. So if you have any questions about this lesson, just make sure you give me a text or a call. Talk to you later. Bye.